All right, you guys. So salute everybody. Tapped on in, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Um, let's get into this video, man. Ticket TV live stream. Shouts out to the LDBC. So LeBron James, um, who had been linked to this entire NBA gambling scandal through his friend, close friend, and a guy who he employed for his personal, usage. Damon Jones, a guy who had first was his teammate back in his early days, and then became, an assistant coach, and then became his personal coach that was working him out while he was with the Lakers. He wasn't signed to the Lakers, but LeBron James had him working with him directly, and so Damon Jones was accused of using that information that he got from being around LeBron James to feed to sports bettors, and then it ended up finding out that it was him and Anthony Davis that he was giving information on, because obviously him being close to LeBron James put him close to Anthony Davis as well, because AD was close to LeBron James, so probably be around to both of them. Uh, LeBron James has now come out. And let me say this. I want to say this to start off, because I've seen a lot of people mentioning this. A lot of people felt the way about this. And I do want to speak on this from yesterday. Uh, Portland Trailblazers head coach, Chauncey Billups, he did uh, walk out of court yesterday. I will say that, in a clutch hoodie. A lot of people have been talking about that, saying, "Oh man, ticket C is right there. It's right there. It's right there." Um, that I'm talking about that in the right hand side. That, to me, that right there is not enough to say, "Oh yeah, they're complicit in all of this, that, and the third," because he walked out of the federal courthouse with a Clutch Sports, uh, you know, um, hoodie on. That's just not enough for me, right there. With all the people, I mean, to say that that they are, have an implication role. You would have to have way more evidence than that. But there's been a lot of speculation since Damon Jones was named in this indictment, uh, as basically using information that LeBron James wouldn't be playing before even the team put this information out, um, to tip off. And they showed different text messages where he was saying all kind of things allegedly in those text messages. Um, that case, and I'm gonna say this: that case, they had the person who rolled on that case gave the feds 300 video and image files. 300, 300 photos and image files of evidence that they turned in that case. And I'm talking about one informant that they had in that case. The informant they had turned over 300. So we got to think about that. But beyond that, LeBron James just came out and basically denied that he had anything to do with it. He said basically he didn't know that Damon Jones was using that information to tip off sports bettors. He didn't know. And I mean, to be honest with y'all right now, with the limited information that we have uh, on this entire situation, I've seen a lot of people trying to say, hey, he did do it, he did it. That's irresponsible right now. There is not enough evidence to say, hey, man, he did that or didn't do that. There's not enough evidence, man. It's not enough evidence, bro. It's not enough evidence. And people can say as much as they want to say. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. People can say as much as they want to say, oh, well, LeBron James, he knew ticket, he had something to do with it. Bro, it ain't about what you think you know. It's about what you can prove. It's about what can you prove. What can you prove? What can you prove? What can you prove? I mean, unless Damon Jones goes in the interrogation room and says, yeah, LeBron James was in on it and I got proof. Bro, yeah, it's just going to be talking. It's just going to be talking. I'm telling y'all this right now. All y'all who expecting that LeBron James going to get locked up and go to prison, listen, unless somebody rolled, because if they had something on him, he would have went with them yesterday. Unless they don't have enough to nail him like they want to. But to be honest with everybody, man, he ain't gonna, like I said before, man, you got to have evidence, man, for y'all say this stuff, man. You got to have evidence, man. And I mean, I'm literally saying Damon Jones is going to have to go into an interrogation room and say LeBron James knew and was a part of this scheme. Now, here's the difference. If he knew about it, he still can't get prosecuted, in my opinion. But he could be punished by the NBA. But he says he didn't know. So now is his word, and we haven't heard anybody else's word on this. Because you know the NBA is probably going to talk to Damon Jones. They're going to talk to all these people involved. Right? So again, man, and I'm going to say it again. You know, it's only going to be a time, time is only going to tell what happens in this situation. Only time's going to tell, man. If LeBron James, if he gets implicated or somebody has evidence he did it, tell him to show it. He says he didn't do it. See, you got to make people prove that shit they saying. Tell him to show it. Hey, you can think he's guilty, but let me say this, and I have to be fair and put this out both ways, bro. Sometimes you can trust people, and people could take advantage of you, bro. Like let me give you an example. LeBron James could him and D Jones could have been teammates. He could have been around D Jones. He could have said, "Yo, D Jones, come over here. You could be my workout coach. I can get you on a team plane, all this shit, access, everything. You know what I'm saying? We rolling together. We cool, right?" D Jones get all that access and then turn around and allegedly find out, hey, Bron, you ain't gonna play tonight, man. Now this is before even the team doctors and them get this shit to the injury report. But then he called somebody else. He could allegedly call somebody else and tip them off. Yo, he ain't playing tonight, bro. Yeah, go like this, go like this, go like this. Now that's betrayal. Now LeBron James can't control that. But let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. Once again, we don't know any of this stuff. And so the investigation is ongoing. See, now what's going to happen is guys facing 40 years, dog. Not 5. Not 10. You got a 49-year-old facing 40 years. So what did Damon Jones say yesterday when he got arrested to the feds? What is him and his lawyers saying? Period. What is him and his lawyers saying? Again, because LeBron James can't have come out and denied any knowledge that D. Jones was doing this. That's ultimate betrayal. And they was playing it like that on the Road Tripping podcast last night too, that, Bron wouldn't know about this and that, you know, dudes doing them dirty and stuff like dude that, blah blah blah. I'm just saying, man. Now you got a lot of people don't like Bron and don't trust Bron, so they like, man, shit, man, I don't believe that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of them situations where if Bron was complicit, bro, that's bad. But he said he wasn't. They, he said he wasn't. He said he wasn't. And right now, he ain't been hit with no charges. So you gotta just, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, man, it's all gonna come down to what is said behind those walls by Damon Jones. When Damon Jones talked to the feds or his lawyers, do Damon Jones and his lawyers, are they going to fight it or are they going to cooperate and take a plea? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Chauncey Billups came out, his lawyers said they fighting it. Terry Rozier came out, his lawyers said they fighting it. I ain't heard shit from Damon Jones. I ain't heard shit from Damon Jones and his lawyer. This one of them ones right here, man. This one of them ones right here. And so when you get in that room, he facing 40 years. Now let me say this again. Damon Jones is 50 years old. And he facing 40. He Most cats think that these cats gonna roll. Ain't nobody doing no 40. You got a family and shit like that, you know. But is there anything to roll on? LeBron could be telling the truth or not. But based off of happens next. See, this is the part that people are gonna underrate. This next part, when these lawyers get to talking to the feds, trying to get deals or trying to cut down shit before trial with their clients, and they start seeing discovery and things like that, right? Think about what I just said, right? And here's the thing. Could D. Jones implicate somebody else? We don't know. I don't personally know Damon Jones. So I can't say, hey, Damon Jones, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? All I know is that he was he was cool with LeBron James. He was teammates with LeBron James, and he was working with LeBron James for all those years. And him and LeBron James was boys, from what everybody said. But I know right now, this is a tough situation, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't think you'll see Bron speak too much on this. His lawyers, and he got it smart. They gonna fall back and just say, "Nah, we let the process play out. We ain't had nothing to do with it," like they've said right now. They saying they ain't had nothing to do with it. So that means that D. Jones would have had to went behind LeBron's back, behind his back, right, and say, "Hey, man." To the person who says we don't know what video or audio evidence they got, if they had any, LeBron James would have been in cuffs yesterday. He'd have been the first one. If they let me say this again, if they had anything on LeBron James real, the feds, he would have been the first one. He'd have been blasted all over TV yesterday in cuffs. They could only link his name to it because of he's the player that Damon Jones was working with, going with, and all that other stuff. Period. So that's the only reason why they could link his name to it. He was the player that was being used. Now, if they once again, now that Damon Jones has been arrested, now what happens is Damon Jones gets a lawyer. His lawyer tells him what he's facing. His lawyer tells him what his discovery, meaning evidence, looks like, what evidence they have against him, and what they're willing to do. They may come to him and say, look, bro, we know you ain't trying to do the 40. We know you're not trying to do the 40. Give us some more players. Give us big players. And, did LeBron know? Give us everything you know about this. They could come at him like that. He could sit in there and say, man, I don't know nothing, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't, he ain't know nothing about this. D. Jones could do that. You know what I mean? He could do that. He could be like, no, I'm innocent, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Y'all all, and just fight it and go to court, fight the whole thing, and then see how it play out. Or he could say, hey, man, yeah, man, I'm finna just, take that deal. Because my family, yeah, they can't afford to not have me for 40 years. I can't do that. I can't go to prison for 40 years. You know what I mean? So that's when you start looking at guys like Damon Jones and starting to see how they cut. 40 years is a lot of time, bro. 40 years, man. And so, I mean, there go the link right there. I dropped the link. I know some of y'all was asking for the link. I dropped it if y'all want to pop up real quick. I'm positive. If not, it is what it is. But the NBA is in trouble. And I'm going to tell y'all something. They going to start pulling the top off a lot of this shit with the NBA, man. A lot more stuff I think is coming, bro, with this NBA stuff, man. And I'm just being honest with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And for this to come like this, I think this what it's going to do is it's going to bring it, and I'm going to say it again, right? Hold on, let me see what he said. Let me see. You guys are going to see. But I think the biggest problem NBA have is the commissioner. I think that weasel have destroyed the league. That weasel destroyed the league. And I can't respect him. I can't respect him. And people are going to try to go on and talk basketball, but it's going to be hard to talk basketball when you don't know who the hell is cheating. It's going to be hard to talk basketball when you don't know who is. Bro, this shit crazy. I would never thought. They said today in the newspaper, bro, that Chauncey Billups was allegedly preparing to throw Blazers games. We all thinking the Blazers are getting better. We all thinking the Blazers were supposed to be the Blazers supposed to be getting better, and then they lost that game on opening night. They got walked down on opening night and lost that game. In the New York Post, it comes out yesterday. In the New York Post, that Chauncey Billups allegedly tipped off NBA gambling ring Trailblazers plan to tank upcoming games. So now I look, and you see, like I said before, man, Michael Franzese broke this down great. 7-8 came in here yesterday, and he gave a great details, what he said. I also like I said, I also like what Michael Franzese said on his channel. You know what I'm saying? He kind of broke the whole situation down, man. And he broke how he's seven. They said exactly what he said before I heard the Michael Francis video. But Michael Francis basically was just like, look, man, some of these guys, what happens is, man, they got a gambling addiction, got a gambling problem. They'll go, boom, they'll get themselves in a jam to where they lose money. Then they owe money. Lose money. Then they gotta, you know what I'm saying, go to a bookie to try to, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Now you owe more money. Now you can't repay that money like you need to repay that money, and now you're in more debt. So now what they do is that they got you on the hook. So they say, hey, look, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Come in here, help us, boom, catch this lick. Yeah, until your debt is paid. So now you're being used to help facilitate other things. See what I'm saying? To the person who says they're not doing 40 years, you're a goddamn liar, sir. You must not understand. This is called white collar crimes, you dumb son of a bitch. Do you not know what a white collar crime is? People get more time for white collar crimes than they do for murder, you idiot. That's how I know you don't know nothing about America, fool. It's jacked up. Is it right? No. But is it true? Yes. And this is how y'all know people are stuck on stupid. This nigga's a fucking idiot. He gonna come in here and say, oh man, fool, it's people doing more time right now for white collar crimes than they are for murder, bro. Go ask Sam Bankman Fried that's down there right now how much time he's doing. White collar crimes. Bro, these mofos going to prison on white collar crimes for 40, 50, 60 years, bro. What is you talking about? What the hell is wrong with these people? Yeah, he said the proof ticket point, Bernie Madoff got 100 and yeah, let me put it on screen. 150 years in prison. That's a fact. And he got this fucking idiot walking around here talking about something. Hey man, hey, bro, nigga, you a clown, nigga. I try and tell people this. Nigga's a clown. This is what you have when you have dummies like this. F Carter 3863 running around YouTube. Period. That's the point of our justice system. It's erratic, sucker. That's the thing. That's what we talk about all the time in here. People, you got people getting more time for white collar crimes, tax evasion. You know how much time people out here getting for tax evasion and shit like that, bro? Not paying Uncle Sam, wire fraud, all kind of crazy schemes like that. You got people out here getting 40, 50 years for that shit, bro. What is this guy talking about? He'll come here, hey man, cause see, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I don't see the motherfucker just don't have no clue. Just talking. No clue. Think about what I just said to you. Bro, I'm not worried about the games today. We'll talk about the games later on, brother. There's more important shit going on, bro. Cause how the fuck can you trust the games, nigga, when you got this type of capping ass shit going on? And here's the thing. It's like Michael Francis said, you never know who's under control. Because you get to all that money, you get linked up with the wrong people. And now somebody's playing strings of somebody powerful. So you can say, damn, why did this coach put that player in right there? Why did he take him out when he was cooking? Why did he do that? Why did that ref make that call right there? You niggas out here talking about the wrong shit. Damn, he didn't see that call right there. Why he didn't make that call? Think about what I just said now. So now you have to really start thinking like, hold on, man. Hold on, bro. I told y'all this. I was so pissed off watching the Bucks games in the playoffs, or just even the regular season at certain times for the last few years. Just watching how the refs call fouls, it was like them motherfuckers wanted Giannis to leave Milwaukee, bro. Bro, I swear, I watched this shit, bro. I was just looking like, bro, this shit is incredible. So you look at the stuff like that, man, and you see how they can control things, bro. I'm just trying to tell you, man. One way or another, they can how they can control and manipulate games. Now, what happens is that instant replay makes it harder, but it doesn't cure it because you only have a certain amount of challenges. So if you use it one challenge, you screwed. Right? So again, man, and this is just crazy work, man. But LeBron James said he have nothing to do with this. He said he got nothing to do with this shit, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drought weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.